Is Jungkook's sudden decision going to change BTS's future direction? Why did Taehyung choose to remain completely silent? What is really behind this surprising move? A recently made decision by Jungkook, BTS member known for being the most private about his personal plans, has caused a massive stir among fans and industry observers in South Korea. Amid the calm atmosphere following the gradual return of BTS members from mandatory military service, Jungkook reportedly conveyed an unexpected decision to management, even shocking his groupmate Kim Taehyung, who was said to be speechless after hearing the news. Speculation immediately spread. Is this related to a major project planned by Jungkook after military service, or is there another internal dynamic yet to be revealed to the public? An internal source who wished to remain anonymous stated that this decision was not only made quickly, but also without lengthy discussion with the other BTS members, including Taehyung, who is known to have emotional and artistic closeness with Jungkook. The fact that Taehyung chose not to comment after the news spread was seen by many observers as a sign that the decision truly shook the internal dynamics of the group that has been formed for more than a decade. Several South Korean media outlets have tried to confirm the accuracy of this information with hybe labels, but so far the company has yet to release an official statement explaining the actual situation. However, various clues have begun to emerge from digital interactions and indirect statements appearing on the members' respective social media platforms. It is known that Jungkook recently declined a major offer from an international agency that intended to involve him in a global post-military project. This decision was initially regarded as an act of loyalty to BTS, but recent reports instead state that Jungkook is considering producing an independent project not entirely under hybe's full supervision. This step, if confirmed, could mark a major shift in Jungkook's role as a BTS member and a global individual artist. On the other hand, Taehyung's unusual reaction, known to be vocal and expressive on internal and public issues, has raised big questions. Some analysts suggest that Taehyung's silence could be a form of disagreement, confusion, or even disappointment with Jungkook's decision. However, since no explicit statements have been released by the concerned party, the public can only rely on indirect signals. This decision cannot be separated from the context of BTS's transition as a group entering the post-military era. With the gradual return of members to the entertainment industry, big questions arise about the creative direction and future group structure. Many observers believe that every individual decision made by BTS members right now is crucial, as it will shape BTS's new image in the near future. Is Jungkook's decision a form of artistic independence he has long planned during his military service? Or is it an initial step towards forming a new identity outside BTS? A report from a senior music journalist in Seoul mentioned that Jungkook has prepared an international-scale solo portfolio covering not only music production but also visuals, digital marketing, and strategic collaborations with global brands. If this information is true, then this decision can be interpreted as an early bell of a major transformation in his career structure, while strengthening his position as an independent Asian pop icon. Industry experts in K-pop, Professor Yoon Hae-jin from Dongguk University, stated that shifts like this are common in large groups post-active collective periods. BTS will never truly disband, but each member has the right to determine their own path. What makes Jungkook's case different is the timing and its immediate impact on their internal environment. He said in an interview with Korea Entertainment Journal, people close to Jungkook reportedly are preparing a press conference or will release an official statement in the coming days to clear up various speculations. Meanwhile, Taehyung's position becomes the main focus, as he is known as someone who does not hesitate to speak the truth or provide clarification if something is deemed unfair or potentially misunderstood by the public. Some observers also link Jungkook's decision with recent major restructuring within hybe, which reportedly is undergoing a large-scale reorganization in managing their senior artists, including BTS. If it is true that Jungkook's independent project is outside the company's main framework, then the big question is, to what extent does hybe support or perhaps object to this move? The central focus of all attention right now is the connection between Jungkook's decision and Taehyung's reaction. Many are asking, do they no longer agree on BTS's future direction? Will there be an impact on BTS projects after military service? What is the fate of the reunion concerts and collective albums tentatively planned for 2026? These questions keep circulating, without certainty. But one thing is clear, Jungkook's move has shaken the narrative structure of BTS, once considered solid and unshakable. Jungkook's track record, known to be perfectionist and very cautious in making decisions, shows that this step is not an impulsive reaction. On the contrary, it is likely the result of long and strategic thinking. He may have weighed various aspects, from artistic independence, contribution to BTS's brand, to the need for broader self-expression after military service that allowed long reflection. What remains a great mystery is Taehyung's position. Some analysts believe Taehyung's silence is not a form of disagreement, but rather a way to give Jungkook space to make decisions without pressure. However, others interpret it as a quiet rejection of a step considered too risky for the group's future. Up to this point, news about Jungkook's shocking decision remains speculative even though factual clues are accumulating. Taehyung remains silent, and the public can only wait for whether there will be direct communication from both parties soon. Is this step the beginning of a new BTS era with a more flexible working structure? Or is it a sign of a quiet split starting to show on the surface? Do Taehyung and Jungkook still share the same vision for their future as a group and as individuals? All these remain open questions, but one thing is certain. The K-pop entertainment industry will never be the same after this decision is fully revealed. After thoroughly reviewing various official sources and conducting an in-depth verification of the circulating information on media and social platforms, it can be concluded that the news claiming Jungkook made a shocking decision that left Taehyung speechless is not an accurate fact. The news largely contains speculation and assumptions without strong foundations and is not supported by official statements from HYBE management or the BTS members themselves. First, it is important to emphasize that, to date, there has been no official confirmation from HYBE labels regarding any dramatic decision taken unilaterally by Jungkook or significant internal tension between Jungkook and Taehyung. So far, all BTS members are still undergoing recovery and adjustment processes after completing military service, and are preparing planned activities collectively. HYBE management consistently asserts that internal communication and coordination are running smoothly and all members remain committed to continuing their careers as a group. Second, the claim that Taehyung was speechless also lacks strong evidence. Observations of Taehyung's official social media activity and public engagements show that he remains active interacting with fans and demonstrates a positive spirit, without indication of disappointment or internal conflict as speculated. Meanwhile, a calm attitude or not issuing statements at certain moments cannot easily be interpreted as disapproval or tension, but could be a communication strategy intended to maintain privacy and emotional stability in sensitive situations. Third, the claim that Jungkook rejected a major offer from an international agency or plans to run an independent project marking a major career shift is also unproven. All solo projects or collaborations Jungkook is working on are supervised by HYBE and remain aligned with BTS's group vision. There is no indication that Jungkook plans to leave or drastically change his position and role within the group. Moreover, the news appearing tends to use very dramatic language, full of speculation, and aimed at attracting attention without prioritizing facts and verification. Terms such as shocking decision, Taehyung speechless, and major impact on BTS are forms of sensationalism commonly found in inaccurate reports. Such an approach has the potential to cause unnecessary concern among fans, damage the professional image of the artists, and trigger misinformation that is difficult to control. From an ethical journalistic perspective, it is important to prioritize fact verification, respect individual privacy, and provide accurate and balanced portrayals. In this case, the news has violated these principles by presenting unconfirmed information as absolute truth, thus misleading the public. high-end conclusion until a valid official statement is released by HYB or BTS members themselves. The news about Jungkook's dramatic decision and Taehyung's silent reaction should be regarded merely as rumors and speculation. Fans and the general public are advised to be cautious in accepting and spreading unverified information, and to wait for official clarifications to avoid unnecessary uncertainty and misunderstandings. HYB and BTS have been known as professional entities that maintain strong internal communication and member relationships, and value transparency with fans through official channels. Therefore, rumors like this are better avoided to preserve group harmony and public trust. Thus, all parties are urged to adopt a wise attitude in responding to unverified news and to focus more on real developments that are officially communicated. True and accurate news will always be the best foundation for building support and appreciation for BTS's works and career journey ahead.